everyone. Today we are on Rishimuni's podcast season 2, episode 1. I am your host, joined by, and I am Ayush, right? Today we will be talking about the book Who Moved My Cheese. So, have you read it?
Yes, I've read it almost twice. It is my second time reading it.
So, what's your opinion?
My opinion, I think it's about like giving life lessons about being patient and being very much dedicated in what you want. And I also think that it not only has that one main lesson, it also has like small little lessons that indicates our daily lives, like how him and how they are little peoples, and how he always looks out for him. When Haw started to go to the mills to again look for another cheese after the cheese finishes in the station seat, he actually looks out for him and actually advises him to go out with him to. I think he even bought cheese for him to eat after like finding some cheese in the mazes, and I think it's very sweet.
So, among there are four main characters in this book, right? So, do you feel like you can relate to any of them?
Yes, I actually think I relate to her because I like adapt very slowly to changes. Because in the story, her like didn't accept what was happening. He thought that the cheese disappeared all of a sudden, but slowly he started to think that maybe we finished it after eating it for a long time. I think I like it.
So, you're slow to adapt to change.
Yes.
So, like, do you have any thoughts about the book? Like, um, can you recommend someone else, like, can you recommend people who are struggling to deal with change to read this book? Is it like a good way for them to help them change? Yes.
Yes, I think most of the people would like actually change after reading this story, but some people would still be him and like not accept the change, and they'll just think that this is just story. I think that's what some people will think.
So you're telling like not everyone will change even after this book. Why
It's
is
just
that?
like him did.
Why is that?
Why? I just think that they are just too much like they just love comfort too much, and they are too scared to move on. They even though they know that moving on doesn't hurt them, they just wish to stay in that moment for a time.
So it's yeah, people refuse to go out of their comfort zone. So speaking about comfort zones, do you think people should actually live in their comfort zone or outside of their comfort zone?
I think they should just make their comfort zone everywhere, so that they can like actually be happy everywhere and not be like drained emotionally or socially, like how introverts get drained if they like get out of their social their comfort zone. And I think that we should like actually adapt to like be our comfort, be to have our comfort zone everywhere. Like we should adapt our comfort zone according to our changes.
So in the book, right, cheese is given as a way of like the things you desire, right? So um, like there's even a quote like the more your cheese is important to you, the more you want to go longer, right? Can you please explain that statement to me?
Like we can think it's not only as a material things like houses and money and riches. We can also think of it like our personal life, how we wish to stay friends with our friends, current friends forever. I am sure every one of us in our class don't wish to have new friends and are like actually scared to have new friends. And it's kind of like that. The more we like spend more time with the cheese or the thing that we love, I think that the more we love it and the more attached we get to it.
So like, do you think that people must change in their life periodically, or must they continue being the same person each year?
I think the change actually depends according to if it's good for you or not.
So
It's like
it depends.
yes, it depends. It can be good change also bad change also. Sometimes we can like if we change too drastically, we can lose the people around us. it can help us in our like personal life or mentally, but it can harm our people, harm our loved people in our surrounding. I think like changes should be like according to whether it's good for us or not.
So you're saying people should only change when it is absolutely necessary.
Yes.
Um, so like the book, is solely focuses on how him is slowly, how the little people are, are slowly adapting this change. Like one is slowly adapting, slowly but surely is taking one small step forward at a time, right? Do you think we should be like the mice who immediately adapt to change, or should we be like people who slowly but surely, process everything?
I think both are good. Rather than like being like him, not adapting and changing at all. I think we can be like both Paw and Sniff and Scurry. Sniff and Scurry change to their change according to their surroundings very quickly, but they move around very much like without thinking. And I think that wastes our energy and our time. But how started to think if it really was chance or if it was just somebody taking their chance away. I think both are good, both aspects are good in their own way and bad in their own way.
So you're saying each has its benefits and disadvantages, right?
Yes.
So like among the four characters, right? Would you personally like the most? Why you like most? Would you like the most characteristic? Speaking about the character,
I think I like Safe.
why?
Yes, because he can smell the cheese and like he actually thinks where the cheese smell is actually coming from and he like asks the story to find it, and I think that it's very good to be like have intuition or like being able to smell our change in our life and then actually changing quickly to it before we suffer.
So having a good sense of belief, like not sense of belief, but
Sense
God
of
feeling,
intuition.
sense of intuition. It's good in our lives, right?
Yes.
So you said having a good sense of intuition really helps us in our life, right? Why do you think it helps us?
Rather than intuition, I meant to say like having the skill to like find out where our cheese is, like the things that we love. It's like I can't explain it with words, but it's like thinking where our cheese might be, and then like taking clues, like how
Instinctively walking through it.
not instinctively, like taking clues because that smell where the smell of cheese is, and we like follow the smell of cheese. It's like taking clues and then like changing.
So you're saying by following the small clues he finds, you can easily get it.
I mean, the art of noticing small things is very beautiful. Yes. Small clues and small things, small changes can like mean or indicate very big changes too. That's why I think that notice the art of noticing small things is beautiful.
And,
Yes.
um, did you read the last part of the book? Like when the friends were talking about after reading the story?
Yes.
How they were talking?
Yes.
Do you think it actually applies to us in real life?
Yes, it actually does analysis. How one of the friends like they said that they changed, but they like changed too slow, so they had to lose something. And so I think that reminds me of how he changed a bit slower than Sniffet's career, and he actually suffered pain of hungerness, and he suffered because of not changing according to his surrounding. So I think that one person like reminds me of like they had to lose their workers in the work in the company because they changed too slow.
So among every single part of this book, right? Like every single aspect, what is the aspect you like the most?
I think I like the most when uh, him starts to find happiness that he like had found when he was searching for cheese before finding the station. He also he and him both used to wear their running shoes, and like they actually tied their shoes on their neck too, so that in case they had to like run again to find more cheese. I think that's the part that I like the most.
Um, so among the four cats, like the mice and the little people, right? What do you like? You know, uh, personally, who do you think is more likable? You know, who is easily likable?
I think people would like defense Korea and think like wow, they are so independent and like they are able to change very quickly. But I personally like how, as I already said.
So I guess that concludes our first episode of Listening This Podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.